Hi, I'm Kyle with Coachman Class Bs. Today I want to talk to you about the Truma Combi Eco Plus furnace and hot water system and how to use it. Your Truma Combi has a very simple interface with really only two buttons. You have a little turn dial that you can depress and then a back button. To get started, simply depress the button and that's going to pull up 4 icons across the top. The one that's flashing is going to be the active one that you're controlling. The first one shows an RV with the thermostat on it. That one is going to be how you adjust your temperature inside of the van. That temperature can adjust anywhere from a range of 40 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Just simply set it, and then that's what it's going to maintain, very similar to your home. The next one shows some water with the thermostat in it. This one is how you control the hot water heater. Your first setting is going to be off. The second setting is Eco. Eco is what's going to maintain the water in the 2.64 gallon tank at about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Eco is a great option to use when your van is set up for camping. However, say you're going into town for the day or you're going hiking or surfing, you're just going to be away from the van. I recommend keeping it at Eco. It's going to use the minimal amount of resources, whether it be electricity or propane. But it's going to help keep your water maintained at that 104 degrees temperature, which is great for doing dishes or simply just keeping it at an elevated temperature. That way when you go to the higher modes, you're bridging a smaller gap to, say, take a shower, etc. So your next setting after Eco, which like I said is going to circulate it at about 104 degrees Fahrenheit, is going to hot. That's going to circulate it in that 2.64 gallon tank at about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. 140 degrees is a great temperature for most of the times of, taking a nice refreshing shower or doing the dishes or really any of your daily activities. So I would use hot and keep it at the hot setting anytime I'm physically at my campsite or at my van and utilizing my water system. The last setting on here is going to be boost. What boost does is it directs all of the energy of the Truma system for up to 40 minutes directly into heating the water, and it's going to heat the water in that tank and maintain it at about 144 degrees Fahrenheit. And then once that water temperature is reached, it's going to keep it right in that range for up to two heating cycles. I recommend setting it onto the boost phase approximately 15 minutes or so before you want to take a shower. That's really the only time you'd want to use boost, is when you're going to take a shower or just before you take a shower. And that's going to give you a nice good extended shower. So the next setting that's going to be on here looks like a little bottle with some white lightning bolts on it. This is how you can control your Truma system. That's one of the major benefits of the Truma, is that it can operate via LP gas or electricity or a combination of the two at the same time. So you have two 850 watt heating elements that are surrounded by 2.64 gallon cylinder water tank that's on there. So when you go through here, you can select all gas. That's where all of the heating elements, that's where the whole system runs off of just LP gas. You can have a mix one. That's where it's using one of the 850 watt heating elements with a mixture of electricity and gas. Mix 2, it uses both of those 850 watt heating elements on a mixture of electricity and gas. Or you can do electric 1, uses just one of those heating elements, or electric 2, where it uses both of those heating elements on full electricity. Your next here is going to be a fan. This is simply just a vent fan. So what this is going to do is, if you're ever cooking or anything like that, it allows the air to circulate throughout the coach. If you wanted to get out any stale smells or anything like that. Yep. All right, the next set of icons are located on the lower level. This first icon here flashing is where you're going to set your clock. The next one here is a set time switch. Here you can set a time and an end time for your room temperature, water temperature, and energy mode and fan speed. Basically, it's where you can set it up to where if you want your water heater, for example, to jump into boost mode a half hour before you wake up and get out of bed, you can have that automatically done. This last icon here are various settings that you can adjust your temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit, your screen brightness, a 12-hour or 24-hour clock, and your language. Okay, so that wraps up your introduction to the Truma control panel. In addition to doing all of your controls through the Truma control panel itself, you can also access it through one of your 2 Firefly touchscreens located throughout the coach. Simply go from your home screen, hit the thermostat icon, then you'll see a Truma list right there. What you can do is you can go through, control your air heater, which is your furnace, your hot water heater, and the mode in which it's receiving energy, whether that be gas, electric, or a combination of the two. So very simple. For your heater, for example, simply just hit the button, it turns to on. You'll see a Truma set point. This is your temperature inside of the vehicle. That's going to be the set point for the furnace. Obviously, in this situation, we're in a little bit of a reverse scenario, but I think you get the point. Simply turn it off if you like, or cycle through your water heater options, eco, through hot, etc. And then lastly, you can go through your energy modes like I mentioned, whether that be gas, electric, or a combination of the two. So that finalizes your training on the Truma Combi Eco Plus system. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lot. Thank you.